So number 11 is for sine theta and secant theta given the following triangle. Find that. Find the measure of theta in terms of degrees. Alright, so we're given this triangle with sides 8 and 15. If we do Pythagorean theorem, this comes out to be 17. Alright. So now we know sine of theta is going to be what? Opposite over hypotenuse. So 15 over 17. And secant of theta is going to be 17 over 8. Alright. For the next one down here, it says a point on the terminal side of angle theta is given. Find the 6 trig functions of theta. Well, first we draw it and we go over 3 and up 5. We can draw our triangle where this is theta. This is over 3 and up 5. So our sine, that makes the hypotenuse root 34. So the sine is 5 over root 34. Makes the cosine 3 over root 34. The tangent would be opposite over adjacent, which would be 5/3. Cotangent would be the reciprocal of that, 3/5. Secant, the reciprocal of cosine, which would be root 34 all over 3. And cosecant would be the reciprocal of sine, so it would be root 34 over 5. Alright, let's move down. For the following problems, find the exact value. Do not use a calculator. So tangent of 7 pi over 2, well, let's find where 7 pi over 2 is. Well, we know pi over 2 is here. Then, so 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 4 pi over 2, 5, 6, 7. We know 7 pi over 2 is going to be down here. Well, our coordinates down there are 0, -1, right? And we know that tangent of theta is equal to sine theta all over cosine theta. And since we know our y value is sine, it's going to be -1 over 0. And so it's going to be undefined. Now for the next one, 14, sine of 5 pi. Well, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi ends up over here. Coordinates over here are -1, 0. Right? So the sine of that is just the y value, so the answer is 0. And a -11 pi over 2, we're going to be going in the opposite direction. And since we know 4 pi over 2 gets me back to this point over here, so we do 4, 8, and we have 3 more to go. So 1, 2, 3, and we're up here. And the coordinates up here are 0, 1 on the unit circle. And cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Well, if sine of this is the y value, which is 1, the reciprocal of 1 would be 1. Alright? So now it says find the exact values and sketch where they lie. Alright, so 2 pi over 6 is going to be a triangle like this. This is going to be, actually, let me do that again, sorry. This is going to be a 60-degree angle. And you're going to have 1, root 3, and 2. And cosecant of 2 pi over 6 is going to be 2 over root 3. All right, 11 pi over 3, well, there's 6 pi over 3 in an entire circle. So if we do 6, then we have 5 more to go, and that takes us down here, right? So if we draw our triangle here, this is going to be a 60-degree angle. That's going to be negative root 3, 1, and 2. And the tangent of that's going to be opposite negative root 3 over 1, which is just negative root 3. All right, and now find the sine of negative 5 pi over 3. Well, negative 5 pi over 3, we're going in this direction, and we know 6 pi over 3 gets us all the way around. So we're going to be left with a triangle like that. And this is going to be a 60-degree angle. And we're positive, right? These are both, we're going in positive direction and positive direction. So opposite of 60 is root 3. 30 is 1, and this is 2. And the sine of this angle would be square root of 3 over 2. Cotangent of 1680 degrees. Well, if you just subtract 360 each time, right, you're actually, if you do 360 around and end up back here, you're actually left with 270-degree angle, right? So that's all the way around to there. 280-degree angle, sorry. 280-degree angle. So it's going to be a triangle like this with a 60-degree angle here. This is going to be opposite of 60 is negative root 3 in this quadrant. It's negative 1 and 2. So the cotangent of that is adjacent over opposite, which would be negative 1 over negative root 3, or just 1 over root 3, because the negatives cancel out. All right, cosine of negative 5 pi over 6. Well, negative 5 pi over 6 is going to take us in this direction to an angle over here. Well, that angle right there is going to be a 30-degree angle. So opposite of 30 is going to be negative 1. Opposite the 60 will be negative root 3. And then this side will be 2. And the cosine of this angle is going to be adjacent, which is negative root 3 over 2. It's a negative sign. All right, so cotangent of negative 15 pi over 6. Well, 12 pi over 6 is all the way around, right? So we have 3 pi over 6 to go, and that takes us to here. Well, what are the coordinates of there? It's actually 0, negative 1. And what's the cotangent of this? Well, we know that the tangent is y over x, or sine over cosine. So the cotangent is the reciprocal, so it's 0 over negative 1, which equals 0.